Good morning, good evening, and good night, whatever time you're watching or listening to this. I hope you're having a good one, or you've had a good one at least. Back here with the Pro Club Gaming channel, I'm Grounded, and today we'll be going over the stink bug. Nasty stuff, ghastly stuff. I've got a friend that can replicate a stink bug. You know what I mean. So we'll bring up his stats here. So there he is. He's an invasive species hanging around the area south and west of the oak hill, as well as the flower bed. Watch out for toxic clouds, can drop stink bug gas sac and stink bug parts on death. And it says there, environment, the central grasslands and the flower bed, and his loot there. And something I will be doing different is, I did get a request or an idea to show the locations, so I've went ahead and done a locations map and got some photos there. So I'll be showing that after I go through the information. Second one, so respawn time, respawns every 2 days. Health 500, defense 8, damage resistance 25%, stun threshold 80, stun cooldown 10 seconds. And hold on, he has... Oh no, he's only got 2 attacks. I thought he had more than 2. Let me double check that. Oh, that's right. Never mind. Yeah, so he's got his bite attack doing 50 damage and his gas leap doing 65. And as suggested, when he does his gas leap, he's gonna let out some gas. Third one here, elemental weakness is fresh, plus 50% damage, so I want to try and use a fresh weapon. And weakness is also stabbing weapons. Try not to use generic. He's immune to the gas, so you can get gas arrows, so don't use those on him, won't do anything. He inflicts chopping when he does his bite, and he inflicts smashing when he does his gas leap. And status effect inflicted is the gas hazard when he does his gas cloud. So now I'll bring up the locations map for the stink bug. So here's my map here. I've got in yellow text the different sections of the backyard. I've got a white line going through the top there. That's kind of segregating the upper yard and the lower yard, as you'll see in the white text on the bottom there. Generally, all these earlier game bugs will be found in the lower yard, so below that white line. And then the harder creatures generally will be found above the white line. Oak tree there with the white circle. And so you'll see I've numbered it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One over to the left with a picnic table, and then I've got a 1.0, so that means there's one stink bug over there. Whereas if you look at number 3, it's got 4.0. That's meaning there can be up to 4 stink bug spawns in that location, like 4 individual stink bugs over there. So I'll have a mini map over here in the corner, so we're referencing that as we talk about it. So location 1 over near the picnic table, it's pretty much directly under the green cooler and the glasses. It's like just above the picnic table but under the right bench, if that makes sense. And I've circled it in black there in that photo. That's where you can find him, the stink bug. And here is the photo of where I found him. So he's just chilling here in this dead grass under the top side of the picnic table there. So this second location is just above the koi pond and just below that white line. It's over near the Frankenstein little sketch machine. We'll see here. So if you find that little Frankenstein sketch machine, go to the right of that, or just kind of follow the pebble outline of the pond, and you'll find him in there in the dry grass. And here is a photo of where I found him. So this third location is over near the red ant hill. Yeah, if you can find the red ant hill, it's just to the left of that, and just before the wetlands over on the left. you'll be able to find it. It's like there's a bunch of dry grass surrounding it. Let's bring up the photo. Yeah, so there's a bunch of dry grass surrounding it, and then there's like some barren land with nothing, and then a tiny little grass patch in the middle. And you'll find a lot of stink bugs over here. Really good place to farm them, especially if you've got a bow. You can sit back and shoot them. You could even like build up a little tower and aim down on them. And here's the photo. I've got 4. I found the 4 in this photo. So there was 3 to the right, and 1 up to the top left of the screen there. Spot is over near the rake and the rock. So you'll see the rake and the rock, and then just to the left of that is the big gas canister. So it's before all that. You should be able to find it pretty easily if you find the rock. He's just before the rock. He patrols quite a large area in here. So just be careful when you're going around there, because he can get you by surprise, and yeah, really do some damage. And there he is in my photo, just chilling out. So this 5th location is to the right of the oak tree and a little bit down. You'll find a wooden pole fence line. It's on the bottom side, with the south side of that, just in the dry grass there. And there he is in the middle where I found him, in like a little curve of a wood trunk, just in the middle there. So this 6th location, you can find 3 stink bugs over here, well, up to 3. If you find the science lab, or not the science lab, the research station, sorry, it's basically in and around that. So it's kind of below and to the right of the last location, just above the water in the bottom right of the map. And I found 2 over here when I was looking over there, right near the field station. So that one can be pretty easy to find. If you have trouble finding any of them, you can use your handy gnat. When you go into building mode, you should be able to use a handy gnat. Just fly up into the air, and then you'll be able to scout around and kind of look for the area. Last location, the 7th location, it's at the top of the hedge. So you'll see on my map on the left, you got the yellow hedge down in the bottom right, and at the very top of that, you find him here. So if you're looking at the top right photo now, he's pretty much under the like sunflowers, just up in the corner. If you have trouble finding it, just go all the way to the right of the wall, and then follow that up, making sure you're under the hedge, and you'll find him. And this is where I found him, under the downy lines. That's all the locations for the stink bugs. And I just want to put a shout out, here it is, a shout out to Advent Wolf for suggesting this, because it's a great idea. Yeah, because they said if I can try and show the locations of where the bugs are in the background, and yeah, no, it's a fantastic idea, especially for those new coming into the game, or those that just want to know where the locations are. Yeah, this is definitely going to help for sure. So, no, great idea. Appreciate it. Good evening. So I'm alive. I'm real. After all that talking, I am here. Just had to make space for everything, so you couldn't see me. We'll bring up the gold card that I've gotten for the stink bug, and then we'll go into the game. So here he is. Killed 583 of them. Yeah, they definitely deserved it. You know, they were really tough early game. But once you kind of get some decent gear going, you've got your fresh mutations on your weapons. They're not too hard to kill. I ended up killing a lot of them, most of them actually, with a bow, with a crossbow, and had the perks for the crossbow and the what is it, the crow hat. Yeah, really good archer build to take them out pretty easily. But yeah, now we'll go into the game and suss out the survivability against them and the attacking. So here we are, back again. There he is down there, just chilling out. And so what we're going to do is we're going to test survivability without the gas mask, and then with the gas mask. Having a gas mask is going to be so crucial, especially early game against these guys, because their gas can just, boom, knock you out. Got no armor, and we're going to go in. Try and get in without being gassed. And see how we go. Now he's angry. Oh, so that's nearly one hit us. Trying to run out of there, or back out of there. Yeah, so it's going to depend. You definitely want to run away from the gas. But that was 15 seconds there. And jump the fence and get in. Yeah, so that leap attack is so powerful. And when he hits you with gas, just kind of turn around and run. So now we're going to go in with the clover armor. Pretty ready to go. It's quite a wide area, that gas. Now we're going in with a medium armor of grub hide. We're now going in with a heavy set of acorn. And you can definitely see a difference when he first came in and done that jump attack when I had the heavy set on. So now we're going to be looking at using the gas mask. So to build it, you need to go to the workbench. So under the armor section, under the headpieces, it's found here. You do need 1 weevil nose, 4 gnat fuzzes, 2 crude ropes, and the hard part is you do need a stink bug part, so 1 stink bug part. So you're going to either have to kill a stink bug without the gas mask, or you can find parts in web sacks, which is what I suggest. Crack open some web sacks, which are found around like orb weavers, orb weaver dens, wolf spiders, stuff like that. And sometimes you can get a stink bug part out of those. But if not, you're going to have to kill 1 stink bug just to get the 1 piece, the 1 part, and then you can craft this. So I'll take my webcam off just for the moment. And so we'll look at the gas mask here. It does replace your headpiece, but it does give you gas guard, which is highly important. So we go down here to status effects, prevents damage from all gas-based attacks and effects. So it completely negates that gas attack. It does take durability off the headpiece. So while you're in the gas, this is going to deplete. It's going to start breaking, you know. You can fix it, but it's so good. So if we chuck on a light set of clover armor with the gas piece at the top and the headpiece, you'll notice the survivability goes up so much. Comes in and see, now we're in the gas, we're not taking damage at all, and he's gonna have to jump again. See, look at all this time that we're not taking damage. So critical. And you can see the gas bar at the top. Well, hopefully you've seen it at the top there. It was ticking down, so that's how long until your gas mask breaks and you need to fix it again. So back again, and so now I've finished my survival testing with the gas mask and without it. I'll bring up the notes just so you guys can see what I'm doing behind the scenes. So here's a clip or a snippet picture of what I've been doing. So you see at the top there, no armor, LIG's light armor, MED medium armor, HEV heavy armor. I've got Clover, Grub, Acorn. So no armor, 14.5 seconds. Light armor in the Clover, 15 seconds. Medium armor in the Grub, 16 seconds. Heavy armor in the Acorn, 17.5 seconds. And so I only tested the gas mask with the Clover set. It's going to basically do the same thing, add the same amount of survivability to each set. So we went from 14.5 on average with the Clover set up to 19.5 when we put the gas mask on. So you're roughly going to survive another 5 seconds with the gas mask on, which is great. It's fantastic. And it also means that you can run away as well. So if he's jumped on you and he's hit gas, you've got time to run away, and regroup and re-strategize, Whereas without that mask, you're going to be taking damage, even while you're running away. So very good, very good. So now we'll go into the attacking and strategy. And I will attempt, I don't think I can actually, take him out with no armor, no gas mask, and just melee. I don't even think that's possible. So he's aggroed us. Yeah. Because even up here, if he does a bite, no, it's going to do damage. So I wanted to sneak out of there. If I had bandages, I'd be able to bandage up here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's not going to happen. With a bow, you can make it work. So your best course of action, do not take them on with melee without a gas mask. So you're going to want a bow. So the earliest bow is a sprig bow, and then you just get regular arrows. So here's the earliest bow, the sprig bow. Takes 3 sprigs, 4 gnat fuzz, and 2 crude rope. To get gnat fuzz, very easy. You just kill the gnats. You'll find them over in the water. You can find some in the haze, but you're going to need gas protection. So here's the locations where you can find some gnats. The trash heap and the haze, you're going to want a gas mask. You might be able to find some on the outskirts that you could kill, but don't go in there without a gas mask or gas protection. To the right, just above the hedge, you'll find a good location for gnats. And you can find them, honestly, anywhere in the grasslands area, just below the oak tree. You'll see them just hovering above the grass. And there's a little photo of them. They're just little like fuzzy flies. Super easy to kill. But yeah, so kill a couple of those and then make yourself some sprig bows. And once you've made the sprig bow, you're going to want arrows. You're going to need 2 things. You're going to need mite fuzz and thistle needles. There are a bunch of other arrows that do different effects, good for different scenarios. But at a basic level, your basic arrows, just mite fuzz and thistle needles. Really easy to get. I'll bring up some information now. Got your little mite locations map on the left. Mites, honestly, you can find anywhere in the lower yard. So they're super easy to find. They're little orangey spiders, I guess, really small things, super easy to kill. Harvest a bunch of those, get their mite fuzz. In the locations on the left, you can find a bunch of them to the right of the oak tree along a fence line. And then down the bottom near the haze, to the right of the haze, you can find them around the paint bucket that's spilled over. And you can find them along the log, the big log that's fallen over as well. second thing you'll need for arrows is thistle needles. To find those, got your locations here. They're really tall, purple, spiky plants. You can find one down near the haze to the right. You can find one to the right of the oak tree, down a bit in like the spade area. There's like a spade gully. You can find one there. And there's one to the left of the oak tree near the flower bed. There's a bunch of others, but those are the ones that come to mind. But yeah, if you just look for really tall purple flowers, and then you hop up the leaves, and you pick off the thistles from the plant. And then they'll respawn every couple of days, I think. So harvest a bunch of those, get enough to make your arrows. So with all that done, hopefully you got yourself a bow, a sprig bow here, and then on the right, stack up with some arrows. You can pick up your arrows once you shoot them. You can run over them, pick them up. Some of them will break. Or move these ones over here. Some of them will break, so you have to make more. Some of them will just be shot and lost. But yeah, make a bunch of arrows, get your sprig bow, and then you'll be good to try and take on your first stink bug. So with your sprig bow, you can get a tall vantage point, shoot into the stink bug. If you're in the arena with him, or in an area with him, kind of just run around. Make sure you've got some bandages to help with the gas. And just take him out a little bit at a time. If you see him to do that, go and jump. Kind of just run around. And it is going to take you a lot of arrows. Take him out. I don't know what was happening. Let's try that again. I can die. I'm not invincible. We'll try that again. So yeah, as you see him come in, do a couple of hits in, kind of run around. Oh, that gas hurts. Did he jump out? I think he did. Damn it. I'll show you outside. And so it is really hard to hide from them too and get a vantage point because they can jump. Stamina go up a little bit. And then when you kill your first one, the next one's going to be so much easier because you'll have stink bug parts, which you can make your gas mask. So then you've got your gas mask on, with whatever other armor you want. And now it's going to be a lot easier for you because you're in here, you're not taking damage. Get in here, do a couple. But now you can see I'm in the gas. I've got my bandage going on, which is ticking up health. But yeah, so once you get your gas mask, it's so much easier. Good kill. And there he is. So your gas mask will be damaged, and repair it, you need gnat fuzz and crude rope. And I've already went ahead and repaired it. And then you just harvest him, and you're good. So yeah, you want to stock up on your gnat fuzz for the repair cost, and then stock up on thistles as well to make more arrows. So that is your stink bug done. Bit of a longer episode. Longer than I normally do for these deep dives, but I guess it's more of a deep dive. But yeah, I've given you locations on the stink bugs and best locations on how to be prepared for him. Hopefully it's all helped. Definitely get yourself a bow and get the gas mask on as soon as you can. And then once you have this gas mask, you can adventure into the haze. The haze is green here, nice indication on the map. So you can go in there. You can find some little gnats, as I said, flying around in there, easy to kill. And you can go down here into the trash heap as well, because you're going to need a gas mask for that area. Lots of gnats on top of the bin, the very top. But yeah, hopefully it's all helped. And until next time, stay grounded. Oh, it's a nice cute little ladybug button.
I see you.
Nice little ladybug. I seen one today actually. But yeah, until next time, stay grounded.